Apple is due to deliver its highly anticipated watch on Friday, and all this week, we are examining the state of wearable technology as companies battle to place gadgets on us. Is it something that we consumers really need? Joining me now is CNN contributor Nick Thompson. He is also the editor of TheNewYorker.com, and he joins me live from New York, of course. Nick, good to see you. We're kicking off our week focusing on wearables with you. We're squeezing more functionality into smaller devices that we can wear. Do you think this is the natural next step for our personal technology?
Absolutely. I think we are going to have, as sensors get smaller, as screens get better, as we get more comfortable with it, as we figure out privacy concerns, absolutely. We're going to have lots of wearable technology. There's going to be chips built into things. But it's not coming quite as fast as some people think. You know, there is going to be a lot of competition, and there is a lot that needs to be worked out.
And the existential question here, why go wearable? Why should I even use a smartwatch? I mean, what's the advantage here?
Well, okay, so the way I like to think about it is there something that the device you're wearing or you put on your body, is there something that it does better than your phone? Right? The phone is the essential thing that all of these compete with. The phone is this incredible supercomputer that's inside of your pocket that has the best chips, that has the best memory, that will have the best screens, and where lots of innovation is happening. So for a wearable device to be worth it, it has to be better than your phone at something, right? So a watch, it's a little easier to see. So does that advantage make up for the smaller screen size, for the lower battery life and all of that? That's the competition. You have to see what features will be built into it. For something you put on your face, like glasses, or something you put in your ski goggles or your swimming goggles, then again, it's much easier to see. It's right in your line of sight, but then you have a whole host of other problems that come with it. So there is this sort of constant competition, not just of whether the wearable makes you able to do something that you couldn't do before, but whether the wearable helps you do something that your phone can't also help you do.
Now, you put it in a very simple but powerful way. Wearable has to beat our smartphones, either through convenience or functionality. But the problem with wearables, as you have rightly pointed out, the problem with wearables is you have to wear them. So is the ideal wearable something that is really stylish and cool and it's perceived to be expensive, or something invisible?
I think it has to be one or the other. It has to be beautiful or it has to be invisible. If it's beautiful, you'll wear it as a status symbol, as something cool, the same reason we wear everything. If it's invisible, nobody else will notice, and that's fine. The problem is that tech companies aren't fashion companies, and most of the wearables that have come out have not looked that good. I mean, Google Glass, an amazing device, an incredible idea. It'd be wonderful to have all this information in front of your eyes, but put a computer on your face? That's not a great idea. So that is the push and pull that happens in this industry.
Yeah, and we know what's happened to Google Glass. It now has to be reinterpreted, reinvented by Google.
Yes.
Apple Watch coming out later this week. Right now, the smartphone really is their central personal tech hub. Do you think that's going to change to wearables in the next year or so? I mean, when will our much anticipated wearable future actually become the present tense?
I actually think the smartphone is going to continue to be the hub for quite some time, just because that's where all the innovation happens, right? You can imagine a watch getting a lot better in the next 2 years. We'll add all these features, will become much more convenient. But in the same 2 years, there are a lot more people building apps for smartphones. There's a lot more people manufacturing smartphones. The competition over the software inside of smartphones is very fierce. So smartphones will continue to get faster, faster, faster. So the wearable technology, that's the main thing I think that's going to slow it down, is actually the improvements that constantly happen in this hub that we have in our pocket.